Hi there. Good morning. It's a very cold Sunday morning here in southeast Pennsylvania, and I'm Raleigh Brown. This is another curve flattening concert, and hello to Keith Shaw on YouTube and Keith Shaw on Facebook, and Ann Mintz is here, who I'll see later today, and Rhonda Scott Merrick and Warren and Janelle. Thanks for checking in here, guys. I can see that we're getting people coming in. I want to and John Rossi and Deb Levy Clark and Linda Worcester and Slim Edelman and Charlie Bryant, and who I assume is still in New York, and Dave Van Allen is here on YouTube, Ken Nashif out there in the Northwest, Bob McKenna in Chelsea maybe, and Michael Anthony Wood in SWAC, and Terry St. James up there in Montreal. Rhonda Scott Merrick says it's in the 20s there in Chicago area, and that's about what it's like here. And Pamela Blake over there in Lumberville, PA. Hi, Pam. It's good to see you. And Carol Pratt is here, Kathy Marzik, Steve Davidson, and Karen Beatty in New York City, I believe. And I'll see Steve later, too, I hope. And so I clink you all. Here's to good coffee and I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. Cozy Sheridan is here and John Hubner. And Cozy, I assume you're on Tuesday. I was intending to announce that. And Charlie Bryant is on the second leg of his epic TG journey. Where are you going, Charlie? And thank you for those cloinks. Let's get down to a little bit of music here. This is a request from Carol Pred, and a beautiful and for me pretty difficult to negotiate Paul Simon song, but I'll give it a shot. Many's the time I've been mistaken, and many times confused. Yes, and I've often felt forsaken and certainly misused. Oh, but I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm just weary to my bone. Still, you don't expect to be bright and bon vivant, so far away from home, so far away from home. I don't know a soul who's not been I don't have a friend who feels at ease. I don't know a dream that's not been shattered or driven to its knees. Oh, but it's all right. It's all right. For we've lived so well, so long. Still, when I think of the road we're traveling on, I wonder what went wrong. I can't help it, I wonder what went wrong. And I dreamed I was dying. That my soul rose unexpectedly, and looking back down at me, smiled reassuringly. And I dreamed I was flying, and high up above, my eyes could clearly see the Statue of Liberty sailing away to sea. And I dreamed I was flying. Oh, we come on the ship they call the Mayflower. We come on the ship that sailed the moon. We come in the age's most uncertain hour, sing an American tune. Ah, but it's all right. It's all right. You can't be forever blessed. Still, tomorrow's gonna be another working day, and I've got to get some rest. That's all, I'm just trying to get some rest. American Tune by Paul Simon. Written 30 or 40 years ago, very prescient, having a lot to do with what's going on in the world today. So what are you going to do? A lot more people stopping in. Let me do a little quick check-in here. Ashling Bain, 42. You lucky dog, Ashling. Dave Mason's here from Scotland, and Leonard Augustine from Bavaria. Pardon me. And Mark Steele over there in New Jersey. Heidi McClure and Jerry Wordman in Monument, Colorado. Cold and a little snow on the ground. Well, we don't have that, at least. Amy Roach is here. I think she's down in Florida. And Lori Payne in northeast Ohio, where I live and where I used to live. I get them confused. And Ken Ulancy, who I am hoping to see later today if he tests negative, and play some music with, Kenny. And Kathy Marzik and Charlotte Cantrell out there in SoCal, and Nancy Daynard up there in Schoharie, New York, and Terry St. James. It is 37. It's warmer in Montreal than it is in Sellersville. Just can't make this shit up. And Debbie Moore is here from Maine. And I think that's everybody. Dave Fry. Hey, Dave. Dave Fry, I will see this Wednesday at Godfrey Daniels Coffee House. I'll more about that during the announcements. And David Arthur Radcliffe. Hey, David, it's good to see you here. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing okay. And Mike Verbeck and Michael Tierson, my good friend down there in South Jersey. And Cozy says probably doing a live stream. So check Cozy Sheridan's page on Tuesday morning, and you'll see if she's doing her 10:30 live stream. And I think that's most every. Donna Bergman. Boy, a lot of people here. And I'm back to the cloinks, so I'm in good shape. Okay. So next up, this was a request from Helene Tober Fowler. She just asked for some kind of mellow, either Duke Ellington or Hoagie Carmichael tune, and this is a mellow Duke Ellington tune. It's called "In a Sentimental Mood." In a Sentimental Mood by Duke Ellington. One of his seriously sophisticated compositions. You know, there are these Duke Ellington tunes which I love, which I do, like Ain't Got Nothing But the Blues or Lucky So-and-So. And then there's these ones which are more harmonically sophisticated, and they're beautiful too. So Linda Worster is here, and Phil DeFranco. And if I'm missing anybody, I apologize. I'm trying to be a good doobie here. And like that. Okay. So this one from the late and very talented songwriter Paul Siebel, who Anne knew quite well and I knew passingly. And this is adapted from a Willa Cather poem, and I think Paul kind of hit it out of the park on this one. Those other years, those dusty years, when we drove the big herds through, tried to forget the miles we rode in Spanish Johnny you. He'd sit beside the water ditch when all the herds was in, and he'd never harm a child, sang to his mandolin. He sang the old songs and the old talk, the dealings of our game. Spanish Johnny seldom spoke, sang the songs of Spain. And his talk with men was vicious talk when he was drunk on gin. Those were golden things he sang to his mandolin. We had to stand, we had to judge, we had to stop him then. For those hands so gentle to a child had killed so many men. He died a hard death long ago, before the roads came in. The night before he swung, he sung to his mandolin. We carried him out in the morning light, a man who'd done no good. Laid him down in the cold, cold clay, stuck in a cross of wood. And a letter we wrote to his kinfolk, tell them where he'd been. Sent it on down to Mexico, along with the mandolin. Spanish Johnny, powerful song by Paul Siebel. And it is time for announcements. Mike Carr is here, and he says, "You got any chicken left?" And yeah, there's still chicken left. We're working through it slowly for Charlie. Charlie is going through well, it's kind of my declaration of resolve to get Charlie past two of his biggest triggers. One is the wood stove burning, and the other is the windshield wipers in the car. We're putting the windshield wipers on hold for now. But we've done 2 days. Today will be the third day where I light a small fire and feed Charlie really tasty rotisserie chicken as he looks at the fire. And so far it's been working pretty well. My big question is, how am I going to wean him off of the chicken eventually? But, it'll happen. And it's good for him. Chicken's good for a dog. So Dave Fry says, Paul Siebel and a Cracker Jack band was Godfrey's first big show less than a month in. $3 tips. I'll bet that Cracker Jack band included either Bromberg on guitar or Jack McGann on guitar. And I got to play Paul came to play the Cherry Tree, and his Cracker Jack band was Jack McGann and a guy whose name is escaping me at the moment, who played bass. Ann will know who it is. And I forget who else, but then Jack was the opening act. So in the opening act, I was Jack's lead guitarist, and in the band, Jack was Paul's lead guitarist in his set. So that was cool. That was one of my first introductions to Philadelphia when I moved here. 1980. It was the winter of 1980. So I will be at Godfrey Daniels, where Dave Fry is the big mahat. And we'll be there Wednesday night. Me and Wendy Bourne will be playing some swing music, and Dave will be interviewing us and playing some tunes too, probably. And that's Wednesday the 29th at, I think, 7 o'clock or 7:30. So it should be a lot of fun if you're in Southeast Pennsylvania, or if you have a lot of airline miles to use up, just come on out and see us. And hello to the Invisibles, Joel Biget and Mario Prue and Judith Fox and Kit Serikaku and any other people who I miss on the stream here. And the schedule is Sunday is now. I'm on. Monday I don't think I have any personal friends who are on. I just talk about my personal friends. Tuesday, Cozy may be on, and she may not. I'm sure there are good reasons why if she isn't. And Wednesday, I will be back at 3 p.m. If Cozy is on Tuesday, it'll probably be 10:30 a.m. And I'll be back Wednesday at 3, and we'll have more music. Dave Fry says that first Paul Siebel gig was Tony Markellis on bass, Jay Unger on fiddle, and no Bromberg or Jack. Must not have paid him enough to get those guys along with him. Okay, so that was quick. Oh yeah, as always, there's a PayPal link there if you'd like to donate something to the Charlie the Dog Veterinary Dog Sitting Educational blah 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 fund, or just help us keep the lights on here at Raleigh World. Next up is another request. This is a request from somebody on YouTube, and I can't remember the name right now, but I thought it was about time to do this one. We can all use to hear this one once in a while. So. A bloke is here from England, and Dave Mason says that Martin McNeil, speaking of England, will be on Thursday. at 9 p.m. UK time, which is, I think it ends up being 4 o'clock here, or 3 o'clock, one or the other. And Martin is a great blues guitarist and singer, and you should go hear him if you get a chance. And that will be that for now. So next up, here we go. Now life can throw you some curves, and things don't always turn out right. Everybody has the blues sometimes. Nobody wins every fight. So if you're feeling gloomy about all that you have lost, just be glad that you had it when it's time to pay the cost. Just repeat after me. My life is not a tragedy. Now maybe you've lost at love, but time took your loved ones away. Even if you're the last man standing, you too will fall one day. Well, I started as a baby, and I grew to be a man. If I end up as an old dog, I guess I'll understand. And when I look into the mirror, that old man there will agree. My life is not a tragedy. I've been down so many pathways. You know, I've seen it all. I'm not gonna get all low down when my back's against the wall. So if hard times descend on you and dark clouds are overhead, you better just grab on to living. Soon enough they're gonna declare you dead. So if you find that you're suffering from a bad case of the blues, you gotta just get up in the morning and adjust your attitude. Just repeat after me. My life is not a tragedy. My life is not a tragedy. You can say it a bunch of times. My life is not a tragedy. All of our lives have these tragic moments. But look at all the good stuff you've had. My life is not a tragedy. And that's my little bit of Pollyanna-ish optimistic advice for this morning. So over the last couple days, a bunch of jazz tunes that I used to play have kind of popped back into my head, and I have been trying to resuscitate them. I'm doing CPR on these jazz tunes that I used to play, and this is one of them. This is a real favorite. It's a Bill Evans tune, and I love Bill Evans, the piano player. And I got nothing against Bill Evans, the banjo player, too. He's good, too. But Bill Evans, the piano player, was really in a class all his own. And this tune is called Periscope. Okay, wish me luck. Oops, I have my tuner still on. I have to turn that off. Okay, now we'll start it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Periscope by Bill Evans. So let me see if I'm missing anybody here. A lot of people saying hi. I said hi to all you guys. I'm scrolling back. Michael Miller's here. I didn't get to say hi to him. Hi, Michael. And that seems to be about it. The rest of you have been on here for a while. I've said hello to you all already. Kathy Marsick, I said hi to you, right? And that's that. Okay. So I have one more for you today, and this is another perennial favorite of mine and of a lot of people. I think it's become a great American standard. Well, if you ever plan to motor west, take my way, that's the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it runs from Chicago to LA, over 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it's down to St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City looks oh so pretty. You'll see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico. You see Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingman and Barstow and San Bernardino. If you get hip to my timely tip, when you take that California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. Down to St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City looks oh so pretty. You see Amarillo and Gallup, New Mexico. You see Flagstaff, Arizona, and don't forget Winona. If you get hip to my timely tip, when you take that California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. So be happy and be healthy. Be brave and be calm. You be kind, it's a snap. And if you get cranky, take a nap. Thank you for joining me today. It's been fun playing some tunes for you. Let me see if there's any latecomers who I might have missed here. No, it seems like that same old bunch of pals who I have here most days. So thanks for joining me. I will hope to see you on Wednesday. We'll hope to see Cozy on Tuesday. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. And other than that, have a good time. Till then, don't eat too much leftover Thanksgiving food. Bye bye.